online, because I do think that there's... Are we still online? Just seeing like welcome to the chat room spinning, and now suddenly Discord was popping up. So if we're still online, please say something. Good, thank you. We back? Oh, we're back? Were we away? Confused by underground from the outside. No, I couldn't. There was not enough room for it with the inserters. It was offline. Oh no! You showed offline. Oh no. Yeah, so there was something. Let me just check stats here on... Stream was disconnected. Attempt to reconnect 3 minutes ago. No drop frames, but it was disconnected for a couple of... for a minute or something. So, good that we're back. Still on stream. Can someone, moderator, just say something if it's not working? Refresh stream if you cannot see me. Boop. There you go. Good old caps lock. Okay. So, 2 ways of upcycling. No, 3 ways of upcycling? I don't know. Million ways. I need to just get this one down, otherwise I get... Alright, let's walk through the different ways of upcycling. This is the potentially the best way. That one. So we create these and we deconstruct them, we create them, deconstruct them, and then we get some holmium. It is a big endeavor, but it can be done exclusively in scrap. That's one way. The other way, and it's not great, is like that. Just simply get it in here and then recycle it. It is not as bad as it sounds like, I think. Because I was looking at this from the production of Legendary. And Legendary, then you need 1,906 holmium plates to get 1 Legendary, which is absolutely atrocious. But that's not as bad in case we only need to go up to rare. Because then it's... And then let's assume that we do this one. Then that is 16% quality. So it's... There's 0.16% chance of getting a quality. And a tenth... a quality higher than uncommon. That means it starts rolling as a uncommon. And then there's a tenth of a chance of that. Of it being 1 higher quality, which is... I hate that it's not the same quality, but it's just 1/10 chance. Which means that for every... It's 1.6 for every 100. That's not bad, actually. Like, what do we think? I'm feeling that we can just do this brute force method, and it actually works quite well. Because you can also recycle the uncommon. Oh, right, yeah, that's true. It's true. So the uncommon ones get recycled and they become itself. Yeah, okay. Okay, so let's start building something that would be... Let's start by making one of these fellas here, because that's the weirdest thing that's here. And this cannot be higher quality. Well, it could be like this. So we'll start by making it higher quality holmium. Which is already like 16% chance. This stuff is too common for me. Yeah, it's too common for me. Quality holmium plates, yes. And this one just comes from the solution, so this one's fine. And then we can't do any modules on it speed mod. So this is producing 4.8 per second. And let's we are in a test world, so let's just embrace the test. So what would this be like? This one would be, if it's rare quality or higher, then I'm happy. And put it in a, I'll put it in a steel box for now. And if it is to lower, then let's just get it into the same one. No, I think that's not actually a great way to do it. I think it's better to do it this way. If you're rare or lower, then do that. So now I want to see if what speed is this. This can consume 6.4, but it produces 1.6. So it's a net 4.8, which is exactly the same as this one's producing. That's crazy. Which means that I could be doing something like this. Oh, this is not good. Because it could also output higher quality out here. And that would be bad. There. And I'm wondering if we can keep up. I think we can. Because each of these should be consuming net 4.8. And this one's 4.8. And each of these are producing at 4.8. And then there will be some of it that will be excluded. Now, wouldn't this be nice if I could actually do something so that it... it would be more symmetric. Yes, I think we can. Don't care about all this now. Which one's the output? That's that one. No, it doesn't really work. I was kind of thinking maybe we could do something like... And that only picks up one of them. And then on the other one, it's like this. And then it only picks up that one. That means this and this are the two. Yeah, but there is no way for me to gap two next to each other and put them into one box. That's the problem. I kind of wanted to just have everything consolidated into one box. But what if I just do this? That means everything gets consolidated into that box. Yeah? And that one. Then this one doesn't exist. Yeah. So you go in there and you get picked up. You go in there and you go in there. And that's coinciding with this one. I'm trying. Maybe this is really silly, but it's lined, and this one. Good. Let me try this. I wonder if it's actually fast enough. No? Not fast enough. Haha, use a train car. That's brilliant. Oh, I hate it, but I hate it, but I love it. Let's do it. Let's do the cursed trains, because it has more panache. We know you can be there, so just doesn't need this much space, but the problem with this is that it doesn't work with blueprints, and I kind of like things working with blueprints. And then everything in, but only brought that back. Yeah? And then like that. This is not working. I really think that I should be able to do it with one less. There was like, you'd have to be really careful and then it would suddenly snap, right? I remember, yeah, I saw it. There's one pixel. Damn it. Where was it? There. We're running at 2x speed, so that's why. Let's just let it run for a bit and see if it stalls or works or whatever. This actually looks like a pretty neat idea, except for the storage here, the cursed storage. And how much are we consuming? We're consuming... Oh, let's not do per minute. Let's go back to seconds. 128. So let's go. Let's go. That can only be done in these useless ones. And this one is 10 per second, and this one is 64 per second. Beacon. But not beacon for everything else, but beacon for this one. Or... Still not even enough. Damn. This is 25. So if we actually had, let's say 5 of these, then I think it would actually be pretty good. Then it would be pretty close to good, but... And a beacon. Still not. Why no rare speed modules? Yeah, that's also a good idea. The reason was because then I was like, well, this should be rare too, this should be rare, and then this one should be rare, and this one, and then everything is rare, and then whatever, and then it doesn't really make a difference. Okay, so something like this. Just make sure that this one doesn't affect up here. Nice. Okay. But they still need junk inbound. Just the ice maker. Way too much ice. Way too much ice. But yeah. Yeah, that's not good either. I can't really come up with a good idea for how to do this in a not shitty way. And now it's not fast enough. Now it's only producing 20 and I need... Oh, hold on. Oh, it's still fine, even though it's not affected by anything. Then... paste. It does feel a little clumsy with this one on the side, to be honest. Maybe it could be something like this, and then we flip it the other way. Maybe this is actually better. Why? Why? Ah. Only advantage is that this one could actually just be and ice. This is so ugly. Like, what if it could be built right there? That would be nice, but no. That's the... Based on the calculators, before 300% using 2 quality and 2 productivity module produce more overall quality. So using 2 quality and 2 productivity modules produce more overall quality, especially with upcyclers. But where are you putting the quality out here? And good evening. That's really hard to say, but it's also just... It's now a little slower. That sucks. Hmm. Yeah. Working. Okay, they've... Okay, so here's another perspective on this, is if I did this part, then I could use... Then I could get that up here. Right, and I think that actually has another boon to it. Because now we could actually make a lot more. Now we can make 29 per second, which is way more than before. Like, now it's an ungodly amount we can make here. Wow, well that's crazy. Then that completely changes it if we start sort of messing with productivity modules, because that's why this is what we found out earlier, that maybe there's an ideal case where we need more, where we use more quality modules, but quality modules, you need so many things because you need so many machines, right? Yeah, it's quality per ore, yes, that's the thing, but it's also a matter of if I have a build that needs 30 machines with 4 quality modules in, then that might be too costly to build for where we are currently, while another thing that is 0.1% worse than that just needs 4 buildings because it's using beacons and productivity modules. 4 cycles on the other side of the train. Yeah, yeah, but then they'll have to input from the other side, so it's, yeah, it's completely different build. Yeah, quality per time, yep. Now I'm just taking it at face value, this part. I would love to see the calculations, the difference between this. Because what we're now doing is, we have this build here, but it's only producing 4.36 per second times 2. And that's the input for the processing. But if I did something else, if I had one of these, and then had, I don't know what I'd want, but what it would look like. This is not it. It really is difficult to do something that isn't using this wagon now. Add rare quality mods, make 1/6 uncommon ore. No, it's true. It's not much. So how would I get, if I had this one like that, and that would affect it by a beacon, then it would be lightning fast. That's actually not very fast because it doesn't have it. There. 29.4. So now I do have to consume 29.4, and if we look at these builds, then they are only 6.4, or actually 4.8. So I would need 1 million of these. Which maybe isn't really, it's just a different kind of build. Maybe it's just a build that looks like this. There you go. This is perfectly balanced. So let's say I am just outputting here, and these are just, I'm getting enticed by this idea here. Would this work? Just gonna try it. Use your common plate production. 4 quality modules plus 1 XP beacon. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. You already have fast plate production set up when you first go to Factorio. Just put quality mods in that. Store excess plate upcycle. Yes. Yeah, this might be... Yeah. But I also like this one. Like, it's fast. I have a legendary, woo! Okay, so actually what I want to do is have these two compete. It's a little unfair that this one has a startup time. Yeah, but this is like not even close to fair. Especially because it's not working. Why is it not working? Oh, because the train is not there. Haha, this is why the train is a bad idea. And we look. It's literally just 1 pixel. Yeah, this is like I'm not sure if it's post or pre Aquilo, but it's like generally, but yeah. Like I really like this one. But I can also see that it is viable to say, hey, I got this one anyway. So by the time I come back here, I'll do this. And I'll do this. And then this, I'll be doing... And then it's basically just kind of make sure that I don't have... This one would be that or above. Or maybe just equal, honestly. And then another one that's... Oh, nope. So that is or above. And then, of course, we just do this. Okay. And MPPPPP Birdman, thank you for the prime. Welcome. Best stream for Legendary. Yeah, but that's not what I'm doing. I'm not aiming for Legendary. Ahaha. Oops. Whoop. Whoop. There. Oh shit, this, yeah, this sucks. I forgot that. I hate with a intense passion putting speed modules on this one. It is so unrewarding. Yeah, so this is actually not what I don't like really like this. I really need to figure out what the big difference is, because so the options are pure speed module, pure quality module, which means slow but the highest percentage yield. That means probably best. Then we have pure quality module but with a speed beacon. That lowers the percentage of quality, but it increases quite a lot on the speed. So it's kind of a balance where you sacrifice some quality for speed, kind of the essence of it. And then there's the part where you go productivity and speed module, and then rely on only the recycling to be quality. Pretty clever post. Go use your awesome new designs. Yeah. But I remember Samago was eagerly creating these spreadsheets or these overlays or overviews for me, where I could kind of see what the hell was going on. Yeah. It was. You were, and I appreciate it, and it was awesome. And I miss it. You get me hooked on free data, and then I'll never be happy. Oh, look at that. That's actually interesting. Like these have been started at the same time, but this one took forever to start up. Yet it is still way more efficient, this one, than that one. Now we just reset both of them at the same time, and then just kind of let it run for a little bit and see which one is better. Because I would actually have thought this one would probably be better, but this is... I wonder, could we also just let this run? Oh, let's go a little bit silly with the last half hour and do some test of this. A coin? Never mind. Let's do a counter. Double the foundry bonus on the first build. Double the foundry bonus? What do you mean? Well, not really. No, it's not it's not a Nidos coin, because this is just a coin that's in the game. Felicia now, and I have all the context already unloaded from my mail. Yeah, it's totally fine. Don't worry, I was not. It's totally fine. Let me struggle with it. It's also a little bit fun, a little bit fun when. I can't remember how to do this. I shouldn't be doing these things. I've done a million of these counters, but I basically want it not to reset, but just to count up to something and then be disabled. So it's basically the and then it disables. So often trigger the 50. So more is going. No, 2 foundries doesn't mean it's twice. I mean, 1 foundry that's twice as fast is triggering more than 2 foundries. So. But can not use modules in the Holmium solution plants. Nope, you cannot. Well, I can use productivity modules, yes. But you can't use quality modules because it's a liquid. Oh, you can. But it doesn't do anything. That's funny, I didn't think you could do that. What the hell? This feels so weird. Oh, quality percent. What? I'm confused. This feels so weird that you can do this. Shouldn't it have blocked it and said you can't do that? No, I guess not. Oh, I guess not. But yes, let's do productivity modules in these since we have a beacon here. We can also use uncommon ore to make solution to eat up uncommon made by mines. Yeah, but I don't want that. I don't bother with it. It's too much of a hassle to keep track of. Okay, so let me see what we have here. We have 60, and in this one we have 60. Okay, so they are actually pretty much the same here. 3 and 1. 3 and 1. Wow. 63 1. 59 3 1. I reset them at the same time and now they're exactly the same. So which one do I like? Obviously I like this one better. This is so much easier. Yeah, this is so much nicer. The only thing, let's keep working on this and actually turn it into a proper build. Yeah, which means it's good. What? Why is it so bad? But if they are basically the same, then this one is better because it has, like, this one is only consuming 96 per second, and this one up here is consuming 275 per second. And if they output the same, then this one is way better. And no cursed trains. That's true. The cursed trains are cursed. I'm kind of thinking, can I do something that's slightly less good but not trained? I did have something built that I disbanded it in favor of this. Target full. Target full. But these also have to be faster. Then it shouldn't be. Just use belts. This is fine, isn't it? Because I don't know what I would do with the belts. A loop belt. I don't know why this is better. Because then we can kind of do... Oops. Just... Like, is this better? In what way is this better? I don't think so. And this one can't pick up from the belt. Ugh. Yeah, see, it gets stuck. Yeah, waiting for source items. No, doesn't work. It doesn't change the actual footprint of this build by doing it like this. But they will all, because they're outputting on belts here. Vertical loop, yes, vertical loop. Of course, that's so much better. Nice. Why did no one say that? There we go. And this should be flipped like that, and this should be flipped. Yeah. Two separate washing plate section. I don't know. It doesn't have a lot of storage, but that shouldn't really be necessary, right? I mean, then it's like, oh, but I can then I could just take this one and move two up, and then I can make a little teeny tiny thing again. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I like this one because it used too much. I don't know. I just want to see which one does what. Saved all the uncommon plates up to speed up recycling of plate space production. Yeah, but that's a one-time thing, so. Which one's winning? This one is way better now. Everything is working, right? Yeah, everything is working. Spinny, spinny, spinny. Why is this one so much better? Like, so much better. Someone told me this one was better. And I trusted them. The ice block maker inside the build. I can't, because if I move it inside the build, then I move the beacon up, and then the beacon starts affecting the foundries, and then it messes up. $30. $12. Dude, this is awful compared to the pure... What? With the inbuilt productivity? Yeah, I think so too. I think the inbuilt productivity will... Because this is 50% productivity, while this one is 82% productivity. But this is 16% quality, but this is only 8% quality. So I'm not... The trade is half as much quality, but not twice as much productivity, but only an increase from 150% to 183%, which is not much. The left one consumes more ore. But that's... yeah, but not much. Not much. Like, it's 128 versus 196. It's really not that much compared to... It's twice as effective on a time scale. Yeah. Yeah, this is more quality per ore inbound, but this one is more quality per time. With the same amount of speed beacons. Yeah, so this one is definitely this is the one I want. So back to my rant at the start of the stream where I said that some of the things that is missing in Shapes 2 to make it like really pop is that we can argue about which build is better. Because you never have a trade-off like this where it's like, oh, do you want to optimize per time, per ore, per power, per something, or is it an expensive build, is it a cheap build, is it a compact build, is it like all these parameters that we use for optimization to evaluate whether we like this one or that one is kind of irrelevant, because in Shapes 2 once you have a build that works, it works, and then it's like that's the end of it. So yeah, so definitely we have found the one that we like this one. Can you try inserter from foundry to recycler to the middle? So on belt. What? Can you try inserter from foundry to recycler to middle? Oh, you mean like instead of having this one go up, then I put it onto the belt here? Why would I do that? I don't see what if that's what you mean, like moving this recycler, this inserter to put onto the belt. I don't know what that would do. Like I could then say like everything gets put on the belt, and then I just have a single one that takes off the, instead of having these. I guess that's what would be better. Alright, since I don't like this build anyway, 56 versus 100. If this build were recycler limited, it could be more. Yes, but it's not recycler limit. This one's working 100%, this is working 100%, this is working pretty much 100%. So it's the fact that this build is pretty well balanced. And to save one space. Yeah. Okay, I can try to show what it is that is being asked for. Oh crap! Now that died. Like this, right? Feels like the belt is... yeah. Okay, so I think we got the answer now. Pre-clipper, right side, more precious post, left side. No, I would always do this one. I don't think that this is such a marginal effort that I don't think it's worth it. I would also think that what could make sense would be basically just say, okay, fill this one up, and once it's full, then go crazy with recycling. So just make sure that we have some, and then anything else. Which will of course be like a huge drag on this for a long time. But I think this is a nice little build. And that gives us reliably some quality holmium, or some rare quality holmium. And at this point we're going to focus on getting rare quality, and then just accrue any legendary or any epic and legendary that we have, that we just get by coincidence. Bad idea to produce normal quality holmium without the productivity boost. That's a good point. That's a good point as well. But on the other hand, you could also say like, hey, I mean, we're producing it anyway, now we're just deleting it. Why not keep it and then, you know. It's kind of the same argument as this one. Oh shit. We looked away and it died. God damn it. Why did it die? It died because of that. Arrgh. Why does it jam? What? Oh, I built stack inserters. Oh! Okay, so it's not a problem with the build, it's a problem with the operator of the build that was an idiot. This guy was an idiot. There we go. These two have to not be greater than, they have to be exactly. Oh, thank you. So this was not a problem with the build. It's not like the build can jam. It can only jam because of my overwhelming stupidity. Whew. Good. Sometimes you're just happy being stupid. Yeah, and I don't know if this can recover by itself, but if it can, that would be pretty amazing. That's a lot of ice. That needs to be junked. I like this. It's interesting to see if it can self-correct. Or it is hopelessly stuck. Because it's stuff like this. It needs to empty all of this without jamming, and then it needs to empty the next one without jamming, and so on and so forth. Right. Something is working, and it's moving, but it's sure as hell not moving fast. Ah, there we go. So now suddenly something broke free, and I don't know what broke free, but suddenly it started moving, and it probably might jam again a little bit, yeah. And then we sort of say, oh, now there's some red circuits coming in, so that means a blue circuit, so that means we're going to see a lot of greens in a second. A lot of coils, lots of red circuits. Now we're seeing some greens. It looks like it's recovering. It's not really consuming much from over here, but that's not... Okay, here we come. Here comes the greens. So now it's going to take some time to clear up. Yes! But the fact that if we can see that it can self-correct, then I'm going to be self-correct from a massive problem like that. Then it would be good. That's good news. And it's just pouring it out here. You can see which ones are being generated right now. Yeah, okay, so these are empty. Good, so it moves on to empty the next ones. These are empty, 4 empties here, 2 empty here, 1 empty, 2 empty, 1. Okay, pretty good. This one will also empty soon. Why is the common recycler being stacked? Why is the common recycler being stacked? This one? Because otherwise there's no room on the belt. It increases the belt throughput because also this can consume a lot. So if I only have it coming back here at 60 and 60, then I can only get 120 consumed, and that's not enough. I want to be able to consume up to 240 because, yeah, we tested it and it's, we tested it and it once it's running in an idle, it can consume more than a full belt of scrap inbound, of common scrap. To get rid of the basic products directly, i.e. copper and iron plates from the storage chests are full instead of cycling it back. I mean, that's kind of what I'm doing here, right? Actually, not really. This isn't even getting that one in, which it should be. Yeah. It should also be adding more of this. I just don't want it to jam over here. So the question is like, okay, so how are you going to get rid of the copper? The only way to really effectively get rid of copper is through this one, heat pipes, because that's a lot of copper and a lot of steel plates. So that's an option, but then you are using all of your steam plates to get rid of that. So it's not like get rid of is not a simple thing. That's the biggest problem with the scrap, is that getting rid of is actually kind of, not quite, but really complicated. So I meant destroy it. Okay, please tell me how to destroy it. Like this is literally what I said. It's literally not trying to build something. Okay, how do you destroy it? Because that's not simple. There is no way to destroy things easily. This is the best destroyer we can do. 2 recyclers pointing at each other. Yeah, it's not very fast. That's the problem. It's 16 per second. It still recovers 1/4 of it, so it's not actually deleting very fast. Like something that deletes fast is this one. This one deletes really fast because it takes gears and turns it into iron plates, which then 8-to-1 turns into a box, which then gets processed into 2 iron. So that's a really efficient way to do it. This one's also really efficient, 8 steel into 1 box, and then the box takes 1 slot on the belt and becomes 2 steel. So this is also really efficient. But there aren't that many really efficient builds to get rid of things. And certainly not stuff like copper. And we can do, yeah. We do also need some copper, and then we just have to float the rest of it through. But, I mean, you're right that I could say that once it goes through, I could build it into something like this. And some of them, I could do that. It's 16 times as fast as the production ability, which means that for default items, like most items, it's actually 32 items per second. And then, of course, it recovers something, so it's actually 24 items per second. Is it? Yeah. It's still pretty good. It's still pretty good, and you can still do it, but it's, yeah. Like, steel is not really fast enough to do it without doing this one. Also, it's really compact on belts, which is nice. And it also, in this case, has the advantage that it generates some rare quality or higher quality, which goes up and gets recycled out. I would have to say that this one has recovered excellently. Look at that. Every single one is now filtered empty. Okay, maybe with the exception of you, but you're always awful. How are you getting there? So this means that aside from my mistake here, then it actually did recover pretty well. So that's a really nice design. I like it. And I also like this one. It's not as neat, but it's something. And if we then follow on onwards from this, then we just have to make that one. Which is honestly just, this would be now done with productivity. Would it be done productivity or... Yes, I think productivity. Because there's also the argument that I could do it with quality, but if I'm looking at productivity now, then it's 130% productivity. That means that the resources that go into making one rare quality, and then I suddenly get 2.3 of them. That's nice. Having quality anywhere in the common recycler block. I think it's about that having quality anywhere in the common recycler block. Well, I don't have it in the common recycler block. I have it here so that it comes in and then it gets processed. And if this one just happens to generate a rare quality one or a higher quality one, then it goes up on the other build. Which means that I upcycle some things because I will have, like, this is stuff that I have way too much of. So if I can just generate it higher quality, then I think that's a good idea. Like, it's not really any difference between this one and feeding it back here. It's going to be deleted anyway. But I'd much rather, like, yeah, I don't see any disadvantage of this. Because it's basically asking, okay, so do you want to have 16% chance of getting some quality version of quality instead of non-quality? Then it's like, yeah, sure, I'd like the quality version because I have so much iron that I'm deleting it anyway. If recyclers don't stop, they don't stop. They don't stop, they never stop. That's the whole idea of this design. And we could also see how well it recovered by itself. So, and we've been running it through the majority of the stream, and only because of my own stupidity did it stop. So this one will not stop. This is how I design these. This is just like, they will always just reprocess everything. Higher recycle research? No, not yet. And yeah, it could potentially get stuck with summer when it gets a good batch of blue circuits. That'll start clogging. Yes, sometimes. Because that's also, we also have the part here. But if I do that, then I also start having to get higher quality stack outserters. Maybe they don't. Thank you for your Corvette design. It's very fast. Thank you. Thank you, Everbane. Much appreciated. Yeah, but I'm gonna do this one, and then we're running at some kind of scrap recycling here. Yeah. The problem I'm also feeling is that getting higher scrap recycling, what is that actually doing? Like, it's not getting, like, oh no, I use less scrap, but that doesn't matter. Like, the scrap is infinite and free, so using less scrap isn't really gonna get as much. And the fact that we get more items for free is like, it doesn't really matter because it's still the same ratio. So if I get more blue circuits that I want, then I also get more gears that I don't want. And I still have to do a lot of hassle to get rid of the gears, which means that that's the bottleneck anyway. It's the speed by which I can get rid of stuff. It's not the speed by which I can, or it's not the efficiency of using the ore, because that doesn't matter. It's the speed I can get rid of crap that dictates the speed of this, which is really annoying. This is kind of one of the things that bother me about Volgora is that the biggest challenge is getting rid of gears, and that's not a, it's not a rewarding challenge. It's you're looking at it and go like, okay, I need red circuits, green circuits, or red circuits and blue circuits, and some plastic, and maybe some LDS, but that's it. The rest just has to be junked as fast as possible. Yeah, it's only going to reduce scrap consumption, nothing else. Exactly. So it's not really something I would actually say is valuable to get. You can also say, oh, it also lowers the electricity consumption because they don't need to run so much because they do that. So yeah. Anyway, that's not going to be now because time's up and we're done for today. Next week, I'll be streaming some more. I'll be finishing up Pax Romana on Monday and Wednesday, and then next week we'll have something else to go there. Of advanced scrap recycling, yes. Advanced scrap recycling would be really nice. Like less scrap, more higher percentage. It could simply be exactly the same as the scrap recipe. It just kind of removes some of this. Like anything up to this isn't there anymore, and we only get these things or something. I don't know, but something like that, right? Only get batteries and this, and all the rest just poof, gone. And then sometimes you want to use it, sometimes you wouldn't. The biggest design challenge of all, Factorio. Look how much time we spent on working on recycling. Oh, absolutely. So, good everyone. Take care. And thank you for the hype in the beginning of the stream. I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Good night. Take care and stay effective.